Hey, welcome back to week 4 of the Revolver course. We've got a lot to get over with very little time, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so welcome back. So, first thing we're going to do is open and show clear on all 6 cylinders, nothing in the barrel. So, first video that we're going to be doing for this series will be checking the trigger pull with the school supply trigger pull gauge. So now that the firearm is clear, we're going to mount it into our vise in a way that we can still get fully at the trigger, but to where the gun is still secure. Once again, using the school supply trigger pull gauge, I'm going to zero it out. And using a straight pull, so we're measuring right at about 11 pounds. So we'll go ahead and zero out again. That one came in right at 10.5. One more. Once again, 10.5. So we got 2 10.5s and an 11 out of 3 trigger pulls. That one. Sorry, took me a second to get my eyes adjusted. Once again, we're at about 10.5. We'll go one more. That one pulled right at about 11. So we're running about a 10.5 to 11 pound trigger pull stock on this revolver. So we're gonna end this part and we'll see you for the next. Okay, so thank you for joining me. So for the next portion of the video, we're going to be working on the internal components. The internal components we will be working with, the frame, the side plate, the cylinder stop located here, the hand, which interacts with the ratchet on the cylinder, the hammer, and the double action sear. So the next portion we're going to be doing is detail stripping these and covering the working portions with layout fluid. So we're going to cut the video. I'm going to get that set up and then I will be back and explain what we've done. Okay, and we're back. So here's a quick look at the areas that I polished. We have the transfer bar, which honestly I polished the entire thing on it, but primarily where the pin is and on the back side where it's going to ride. On the cylinder stop, and please forgive me for the hands, this is all the best I can do right now. I polished the actual notch. On the trigger and the sear, I polished both these areas. And then on the hand, I polished the top, the face, this bottom angle, the back side as well as the front side, as well as the rotation pin on the back. So with that, we're going to assemble the firearm and we'll see you for a functions check. Okay, so welcome back. Now that we've got all those internal components polished, the firearm reassembled, now we're going to go through. So, as you can see, the firearm is clear. So what we're going to do is, with the help of our handy dandy snap caps, and you have to apologize, I did have all 6, but I have a dog that likes to eat stuff. Okay, so now with all our snap caps in, we're just going to go ahead and go through both the single and double action function on this. That way we can kind of get a feel for it and see how the revolver feels after we've done that polish. So far on the double action, it is feeling considerably smoother. Okay. Even with resistance on the cylinder, everything is timing up. The cylinder is locking. Now we're going to try it with the double action. Same thing, we'll put a little bit of resistance on the cylinder. So far with what we've done to this revolver, we can see a clear improvement. It feels a lot smoother on both the double and single action. So with that, now we're going to go to the next video where we will be replacing springs. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Okay, thank you for joining me. So the next part that we're going to go over, part 3 and 4, we're going to kind of combine. First thing, as always, we will show clear. Weapons clear. So now that we've replaced the trigger spring and the main action spring, it feels significantly better. We're now on double action, pulling at about a 7.5 to 8 pound pull, which is far more cleaner braking now that we've polished everything. We can still go further, and we will, but for now this is looking really good. So what we want to do next is double check the headspace. So what we do with that is utilizing our go no go gauges. We're going to find the no go. Now what I will do, insert that into the cylinder as such, and then attempt to close. As you can see, that gauge interferes with the back plate. So with the no-go, it will not close, so that passes. Now what we'll do is use the go gauge and do the same thing. Notice now the cylinder fully closes and locks in position, and we can even go half cock all the way around. We're good. So now that we replaced the main action spring, the trigger spring, we've polished up the aforementioned parts and confirmed our headspace, that will conclude week 4 video for FTH202. Thank you very much and have a nice time.